always ask, where did we get the name Blue Water Climate Control? When a Navy ship casts off lines, exits the harbor, and loses sight of land, that's blue water sailing. It takes a team of people to do that. Tireless work, focus, and attention to detail. So much of starting a business is just like that. After it's done, you get filled with deep satisfaction for accomplishing something, and it's quickly followed by, now the real work begins. We're Blue Water Climate Control.
Hello, everyone. Coming to you live from Thompson Bowling Arena. Just had a team, little team from Sweetwater, small kids, hanging out. They were getting autographs from Kelly Harper, and that just ended. She's a woman of the people out here signing autographs a long time after the game ended. I don't know if Alexis is going to make it. She was here at the game. I saw her as she walked by, but I told her we're live in here now, and I was going to go ahead and get started because I know everybody is looking forward to watching the Super Bowl here in a couple hours. So go ahead and get in here and get this done. Saw Credence walking by. He must be on his phone watching because I literally saw Credence like 5 minutes ago. So Valerie's here, Nick, and Deb. Deb said, love Jackson taking over Twitter. Yes, Kelly talked about that post-game. Said Jackson has declared it to be the best day of his life ever, and he wants to do it every game from now on. But Kelly said, I don't think that's possible, so he asked for at least twice a season. He had an absolute blast on Twitter and doing his thing, and he was one of the more entertaining aspects of the game. The game itself was good, too, but he was definitely fun to track on Twitter. Julie pointed out, good fourth quarter. I think we got wind blowing in here. That's because people are going out. It was a good fourth quarter. You know, just don't let Vandy even have a chance to come back. Joan, Karen, and I are at Tap 40. Good for y'all, Donna. Hanging out there at Tap 40, having a good time. Renee's here. Michael, Mark. Yep, Credence says he's on the phone. Gina's checking in. Karen said Jackson reminds me of Tyler. He does indeed. There are a lot of similarities there, Karen. A lot. And Tricia said, I'm glad to see Jackson will be getting his ice cream. Yes, and apparently he gets to stay up late night tonight, too late. So it was it's not easy to beat a team twice in the season. Vanderbilt plays a really scrappy game, swiping at the ball, trying to trap steals. They won a low-scoring game, and 66 to 52. Tennessee won each quarter, which is what you want to do. More effectively, I think in the second half was Tennessee did not let Vandy score in the third quarter till almost midway through, and then I think they got a free throw maybe about 3 or 4 minutes in the fourth. And while they were shutting down Vandy on offense, Tennessee was getting buckets. So you're not only getting stops, but you're pushing the score further ahead, and that just helps the team and allows the fourth quarter for Kelly to get some players some minutes. They practice hard, they work hard. It's always good to see other players come in the fourth quarter and get some minutes. Caroline Strickland, of course, made an appearance in the first half. She made good use of her time. She is a physical player that is built well for a game like this. Glenda said it would hurt me more to lose to Vandy than anyone else. Glenda, that's a long time fan. You know that is Tennessee's bitter rival. Tennessee does not ever want to lose to Vandy, ever. Any sport, any game. Obviously, it was a double-double for Tennessee this weekend with the men winning yesterday against Vandy. So Tennessee fans are especially happy to see the double win today. KC said Snoop is the X factor for this team. We go as she goes. She is an X factor. Now, Tennessee can go with just about anybody, particularly Jordan Horston, but Snoop, or Alexis Dye, for those who don't know her nickname is Snoop, she is critical to them. It's also critical because it opens up more space for Tamari Key to work in. So Karen asked, why did they not call holds on TK? I don't know. Karen, part of it is that it is something that's happened 20, 25 years, long as I've been watching the game. Smaller players grab and hold and paw with the bigger players, and the officials don't help out the bigger players. They're like, well, you're already big. It's very unfair that you are tall and you can't get a foul call. Yeah, Glenda said, don't want to lose to Vandy, even checkers. No, none of it. Renee said Rudy gets Vandy no matter what the opponent of the sport. Yeah, these are Tennessee fans that know the history of this rival and absolutely know that you don't want to lose to Vandy in anything. And it's especially nice to get it on your home court. Tennessee has now won 8 consecutive games at home. Of course, Tennessee's slip-ups have been on the road, and back on the road they go. Obviously, Alabama is coming up on Thursday, of course, at Alabama, and then at South Carolina, which just absolutely bulldozed Georgia today. South Carolina is rounding into the team everybody thought they would be all along in the conference. That loss to Missouri was clearly just a bizarre aberration. So somebody said, show me the shirt. Yeah, let's see if I can get it up here. It's the Lady Vol shirt, and we play for Tasha. There it is. This is the one at orangemountaindesigns.com. Get your shirt. I wore this courtside today. I don't usually wear anything with the Lady Vol logo on press row, but this was special because it is for Tasha Butts, who is battling stage 4 breast cancer and doing so with a lot of courage and fight and raising money for the KEL Cancer Fund. If you can donate, they had the code up on the scoreboard. If you just pointed your phone at today, you could donate. So hopefully raise some money, raise some awareness. The players enjoy playing this game. They like bringing the awareness. Interestingly enough, this team, I have to remember, KEL battled breast cancer from 1987 for 22 years until 2009. She had it on and off and kept coming back until she passed away in 2009. And these kids, obviously, I'm trying to think. I mean, the majority of these players were in elementary school when KEL was coaching, and then when she passed away, and they did not know the story. Kelly told them about KEL before the game. She said one of the players asked Kelly, did you wear pink shoes too? And Kelly realized these players don't know. This is a relatively new thing, and it was started by KEL to raise money for breast cancer awareness and research. And she'd let them know that story of who KEL was. And, of course, Kelly also coached at NC State, so fully aware of the influence of KEL. I remember when KEL passed from breast cancer, it was clear that the end was near, and it gutted Pat Summitt. To my recollection, KEL passed away in January, I believe. It was during the season, and the entire coaching staff and coaches from all over the country went to her funeral in North Carolina. And it devastated Pat. It really did. KEL and Pat Summitt were wonderful friends, and it's hard. So Denise said she made a donation through my story yesterday. Denise, thank you. Appreciate everyone raising awareness for breast cancer. I am now at 9 years as a survivor, so obviously this game means a lot to me, and I want to see more survivors. That is absolutely what we all want. Glenda said Kay put up a heck of a fight. It hurt us all. She did. I mean, she battled it 22 years. And as Kay said, when life kicks you, let it kick you forward. And it's exactly what she did. And this is why all these pink games happen. So that's your short little history lesson on the pink games. So hopefully the awareness and a lot of the thoughts and prayers for Tasha Butts going out. Tasha Butts is, stage 4, and Tasha last played here in 2004. That was just 18 years ago. That is awfully young to already be dealing with stage 4 breast cancer. Total shock when she was diagnosed last November. Casey said mom will be a 5-year survivor as of May. That's awesome, Kay. Gina is at 10 years. Just keep fighting, keep thriving, keep surviving. Renee pointed out, we'll get back to the hoops, that Ray will hit 1,000 career points next game, just needs a basket. I think she's 1 from it. So if she got a free throw, that would get it. But, yeah, basket would put her at 1,001. And so Ray is closing in. Tamari didn't get any blocks today. They also pretty much stayed away from Tamari. They are a team that knows going into the paint, challenging Tamari is a bad idea. So Vandy did not really attempt to get a whole lot of stuff at the rim if Tamari was anywhere nearby. Tamari, of course, is only 3 away from tying Sheila Frost at 249 career blocks. And with 88, But everybody wants her to see her push it over 90 because then she'll be on another record list. Karen pointed out Jordan almost had the triple double. Yes, she did. Jordan Horston play this season is just incredible, and she can get better. That's the scary thing about Jordan. She there are so many ways she can get better, even better than she is. I mean, she's just really tapping into the whole potential of what she could be as a basketball player, and that basketball player she is right now is pretty good. She had 16 points, 13 rebounds, and 7 assists, and she had 2 blocks. So defense was on point too. Tennessee did a pretty better job. Vandy just swarms the ball and attacks the ball, and they did a little bit better job than last time. Again, they still had 19 turnovers, and several of those came late when the outcome was no longer in doubt. And they passed out of those traps better, because if you can get the pass away before they can set that trap, find that person on the wing, you're going to have a wide open shot at the rim. And they found those twice, because with 2 people trying to trap that ball at center court, there's only one person back to guard 2. You just got to get past that first wave. And Tennessee did a better job at that, had a couple struggles with it at times. And also got 8 points each, had a lot of 8s popping up, had Alexis Dye, Tamari Key, Sarah Puckett, and Jordan Walker all had 8 points. Tennessee absolutely swarmed the glass, 48-29. They are just an outstanding rebounding team. And I want to credit Vandy too. They don't quit. They just scrap. They attack that ball. They go after every rebound. Everybody's on the floor. They're not a particularly fun team to play, because you're going to see a lot of pressure, and you're going to see a lot of scrambling for the ball. And Tennessee obviously did what it needed to do. They're now 10-2 in the SEC, in second place. Of course, just right behind South Carolina, and with LSU breathing right there too, and Ole Miss for that matter, and Georgia. Though Georgia's lost today, they'll drop a little bit. It's going to be an absolute fun scoreboard to watch, to see who can claim these last. You got 4 games left. Though I think a couple teams maybe have an extra makeup game next week. I can't be certain, but essentially, nearly every SEC team has 4 games left. That's it. And it is going to be an absolute battle for those double buys, because that's what you want to play on Friday in Nashville, not on Thursday, and especially not on Wednesday. But that a couple teams will be doing so. Glenda Hoover said, if you remember, I was high on Sarah from the get-go. You were. Sarah is another player that will give you all she's got. Same as Caroline Strickland. They will just go after the ball. They will play hard, and they don't get rattled. They don't look like freshmen out there. They keep their composure, keep their poise, and it's good, because Tennessee needs that. Tennessee's bench outscored Vandy's bench 26-7. Now, a lot of that was the 16 points from Ray Burrell. That is quite a weapon to bring off the bench, and Ray said she accepts any role that will help this team, which is the point you're at this point in the season. You got to get wins. I mean, all wins matter right now, and you're almost in postseason where it's win or go home. And the starting 5 settled into a groove this season, and then Ray coming off the bench is quite a weapon. And as you can see, I mean, Ray played 26 minutes. Jordan Walker played 26. Tess 18. Alexis 19. The highest number, Jordan Horston at 31. Tamari at 30. Whether you start or come off the bench, you're going to log a lot of minutes, and it's what you do with those minutes that mattered. And looks like, what was Ray? She was a plus 17 on the game. Jordan Horston was a plus 17. Jordan Walker a plus 12. Alexis Dye a plus 13. So that's what you want. When you get your minutes, what are you going to do with them? And that's what you want to see with anybody, whether you're starting or coming off the bench. So it's what is Tennessee now? 21-4. They're in a good place. I saw the latest bracket reveal last week. I think they were a 3 seed going out to Spokane. What you want to be is a 1, 2, 3, or 4 seed, because you want to host at home. Tennessee has not hosted at home since, I believe, 2018. So, and that is a big deal to get those early rounds at home. Tony Hill said, well, how about our point guards? Yeah, Tennessee's got essentially running 3 points at times. Sometimes all three on the floor at one time. You got Horston, who can set up the offense. And then you got Jordan Walker and you got Brooklyn Miles. I mean, Tennessee's got options at point guard. And not only that, they can all play off the ball, which is good. Brooklyn's another one of those players. She just gives you what she's got. It's always interesting to see the freshmen as they become sophomores, how they can get better. And obviously they can, but they're doing well in what is an absolutely brutal conference. I mean, this is the time when you wonder freshmen start to hit a wall, and so far they're hanging in there. Who is everybody? Make sure I haven't missed anything. See if I haven't heard from Alexis, so I'm going to assume she is not going to make it. Today, at least, I don't have to find a 24-hour store or a late open store to fix a phone charger chewed to pieces by my kittens. Somebody mentioned post entries. Yeah, Jordan Horston delivered a beautiful one post entry to Tamari. There's a lot that can be done to get the ball into Tamari into better position. And one thing holding that back too is how much she is being held, because sometimes you're thinking, well, if she moved to the ball, she would be able to get that pass. So sometimes the entry is a really good pass. She's being held so much and it's not being called that she literally can't get to the ball. She can't reach out for it. Sometimes her arms are pinned, but there's a lot they can look at on film in terms of ways to get it, ways to enter it better, ways for her to receive it better. And just if I were her, I would just start I swear to God, I'd just start running people over. I mean, if they're going to not call that game, just start leaving people on the ground. But you probably can't do that. I'd be throwing hands out there if it were me. I really would. Valerie Satiri released a new NIL team shirt after the game for $21.40. That's pretty cool. That's 21-4. Yeah, Terry's been she's been putting out a lot of product, including this that I'm wearing now, as y'all see. Lady Vols, we play for Tasha. There it is. It also has her number 3 on it, and we play for all women. Number 3, of course, people associate with Candace Parker. Tasha Butts also wore it for Tennessee from 2000 to 2004. Donna said she's on her way to tap 40 per catfish. That makes sense. She's got to get back to the bar and grill. It's a little bit of a big football game tonight. Kelly Harper said she doesn't have a dog in the fight. She doesn't have a team she's pulling for. She's just looking forward to watching a football game without stress. Kelly Harper is definitely a sports fan because she's fully aware of the game, fully aware that she doesn't have a rooting interest in either team. I like Joe Burrow, so I like Cincinnati. But, I mean, Matthew Stafford's story is a great one, too, to finally get to the playoffs and then get to the Super Bowl. Tony asked if I know the status of Nikki McCray. I don't, Tony. I see her post on Twitter. Obviously very upbeat, very encouraging on Twitter. I don't know anything about her status. That is not something she has put out publicly. So I do not know. Glenda said, what we forget, there's still a lot of young players that have become players that play like veterans in one season. Yeah, Tennessee's players have gotten better, and there's also, you can see some fatigue setting in too. You got to manage that. It is a tough time of year. February, we're mid-February. You've played 25 games, 12 in the SEC. Most games are like we just saw today, just bodies all over the floor, and it takes a toll. But Horston's right now just kind of at another level. I mean, the team goes with her energy tremendously, and she just has started out so strong. I mean, what an efficient game for her. She took 9 shots, made 5 of them, 3 of 4 from the arc, 3 of 4 from the line, 13 rebounds, and 7 assists and 2 blocks. That is an efficient offensive production when you only need 9 shots to score 16 points and get to the line. So Karen asked, will the girls go from Alabama to South Carolina or come home? No, definitely come home. They will charter flight that. They will land back in Knoxville on a Thursday evening late. It'll be late, of course, when they get home, but that way you are sleeping in your own dorm room on Thursday night, early Friday morning, really. You go to class Friday and you practice at home Friday, and then you travel to South Carolina. It would be rare for Tennessee to ever not come home after a Thursday home game. In fact, I can't think of any time they haven't come home, not with charter flights. Get them home and get them to class and get them back on their own court with their own locker room, their own treatment facilities, all of that good stuff. Making sure I have not missed anything else. I haven't seen that shirt yet from Terry. It usually comes out. Let's see if I've got an email from Orange Mountain Design yet. We understood the assignment shirt. Let's take a look at this. What does this thing look like? Oh, it's got the outline of the here. Let me see if I can save this down and show this to y'all. It's got the outline of the state. It says we understood the assignment. That's pretty cool. Let me go back here and see if I can pull this up so y'all can see it. See if my little computer skills are working right now. Like I said, this is an NIL shirt for the whole team, so everybody benefits. Here we go. Look at that. This is our state. Lady Vol Sweep Rival Vandy. We understood the assignment. Special price $21.40. While you're at it, get the Tasha Tuff t-shirt if you already have it. There's the facsimile signatures for the NIL students. That is a pretty cool shirt. I'd like to see that a lot. Get that off of there. I don't have Alexis here to keep me lined up here. Where are my little sponsor things? They got to be in here somewhere. There they are. There they are. Collective Unfiltered, of course. Monday nights, I know they've been busy. They're trying to get back. Orange Mountain Designs, y'all know about that one. The Gold Standard, performance training and fitness and sports performance training. Jamel is incredibly busy right now, which is good. Alexis Hornbuckle basketball. I think she's got a camp coming up soon. Just past it, tutoring. And, of course, our absolute favorite place to go, Tap 40 Grill. So thank you for helping all of our sponsors and Blue Water Climate Control. You saw the video for them when they came in. So that took care of that without Alexis here. Sometimes I forgot. I got that doing. Margot said I got one coming. Support OMD. Thank you, Margot. Appreciate you keeping that support going. Somebody said, Nancy said, thanks. Always love to hear your thoughts. Bobby said that Jackson showed a good arm throwing the T-shirts into the stands. I missed that. Yeah, he's an adorable kid. So there's little Kylie. They're happy little kids growing up in quite an atmosphere to get. But of course, they can talk to Tyler Summit. He certainly understands it. Glenda said 45-44 Kentucky started the fourth quarter. Alabama down 1. Kentucky needs a win. Boy, this has been a tough season for them in Kyra. Hate that for Kyra. It's been a tough season. The injuries have just piled up for Kentucky, and sometimes I think they've only had 6 players, 6 or 7 at most for a game. Stephanie said, I am ordering now. Thank you, Stephanie. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody. Oh, they also hit 75% from the free throw line, which is good. 15 of 20 from the line. So Tennessee has done a decent job from the line. Did a really good job at UConn. 19 turnovers, like that's too many. They know it. Some of those came late, but some of those were Vandy's pressure, and some of those were just decisions where you just need a little better one at that point. But that's easy for me to say sitting up here, of course. That's not the Vandy players coming right at me. Ray, Keith pointed out Ray is 1 point away from 1,000, which is that you love the nice round numbers. Those are good numbers. So I will be back. Alexis will soon too, maybe if she can, from the restaurant on Thursday evening after the Alabama game. Tennessee is, of course, on the road. I believe that is a 7 p.m. Eastern game, but I will have to check the schedule and see exactly what time that is. Like I said, I only keep up with them one game at a time. I do know South Carolina tip Sunday in Columbia moved to 1 p.m. a week from today because to accommodate an ABC broadcast. So that is no longer noon if you look at an old schedule. It is a 1 p.m. game Sunday against South Carolina. So anyway, I will let y'all enjoy the rest of your Sunday with your double wins over Vandy this weekend. And I will be back here on Thursday, hopefully with Alexis. And I will see you soon. Go Lady Vol.